Hello YouTube, my name is Stacy. I'm known here as flightyrambler, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel today. Today I'm continuing with the Let's Use Paper Bag open collaboration. It's hosted here on YouTube by Susan at Susan Hiles Art and Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming. I'll have a link to their channels listed in the description box below. This week we are challenged to create a bag journal and decorate the cover. I had no idea how to create a bag journal. I finally decided to go on YouTube and watch a tutorial on how to create a bag journal. And I decided on Johanna's. I'll have a link to her video listed in the description box below. Because I've been shopping at Value Village for Thrifty Thursdays, I have a few of these brown paper bags. Johanna's tutorial explains it a lot better than I can even try to explain, so please feel free to go over to her channel and watch her video. What she did was to first deconstruct the bottom of the bag and then trim that away. As well as trim away the top. Then we will fold up the two open ends. And then create our trifold. But mine was a bit too tall still for the shape I wanted. So I got out my trimming board, but there's way too many pieces of paper in there for it to handle. So I end up using my scissors. What I'll do is I'll trim away the height until I get the size that I like when it's all folded up. And once I get it, it is pretty. I like the way that the trifold works. And then I'm going to trim away the extras in the corners of the folded up areas. And then it's time to glue them down. It won't go in one go because there's two layers. And I'm getting a new brush because my old one got a little crusty dusty. So I'm going to go into this collection of brushes that I found at Value Village. I showed it in a haul video and I'll put that link in the top right hand corner. Now that I have my new brush, I'm going to use collage glue and I'm going to glue down the first fold and then I'll glue down the second fold, and then I'll go ahead and do it on the other side as well. And then it's time to add some color. I tried to use a couple of pink craft paints in my collection as well as some white. And I go ahead and paint it out and dry it, and then do the same for the back side around the edges. And once the paint is dry, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I end up deciding to collage down over top of it. I choose some papers from 6x6 paper pads. I'll trim all of them down to a 3x6 and go ahead and collage it with matte medium on the front and the back. Once the front and back are collaged with these beautiful papers, it's time for me to realize that, oh dear, The size of papers that I've collaged down is just enough for it to be cracking and pulling and lifting at each of the folds. I was not paying attention to that. And my solution to this problem is to get out my collection of washi tapes. I'm going to use Aleene's tacky glue to ensure the washi tapes stick. And I'm going to put them on all of the joined spots and the stress areas of my paper bag journal. And once it is dry, it is so much better. At least the papers aren't lifting up and it looks a lot cuter. I'm still continuing to follow Johanna's tutorial, and she added pockets to 2 places on her journal, so I'm going to do that as well. I have an atlas that has a wonderful index in the back that I'll use to create 2 pockets, and I'll glue down the three areas on the pocket with Aleene's tacky glue. Now, Johanna is fortunate enough to have a crocodile, and I do not. I have a paper punch, and I struggle trying to make the hole, and I fail. And that's it. I go to bed. I had enough for one day. I decide to go to bed, have a good sleep, and tackle it again the next day, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm back in the morning, and I have out the tag and the decorated bag that I have created for the first 2 episodes of this collaboration. And they match because I've used similar washi tapes, and that really makes me happy. And here is where I deviate from Johanna's tutorial. She used a waxed linen thread and made a permanent binding for her signature. Because I don't know what Sherry and Susan have up their sleeves for us for continuing this prompt in March, I decided to not use a more permanent solution and decided to use an elasticized thread binding. I learned this technique for binding by Nina Rybina, and I'll have a link to her channel listed in the description box below. And I'm not the biggest fan of this electric blue, but it's the only option I have. So as I said, it's temporary to hold my signature in place until I can find something else. Once I have the binding in place, it's time to turn my attention to decorating that front cover. I choose some wood veneers that I have in my stash. I chose the F and R for Flighty Rambler and the SB for my initials. And I'll use matte medium to add an ampersand to the cute little green bird because I think it kind of imitates a wing. Now it's time to color all of these veneers. I'm going to spray. I decided to get into my sprays for this to make it quick for myself. And I chose the Heidi Swap Glossy Black. And I haven't used it in a while, so the nozzle's clogged. But once I wipe away the residue, it works just fine. It works fine, but wow, is it a strong pigment. So once I have everything sprayed, I walk away, I go make dinner, I let these air dry, and there was a lot puddled on a couple of pieces. And I'll just go back in and paint out the parts that I missed. Once everything is dry, I'm going to use Aleene's tacky glue to glue everything down on the front of my bag journal. And I think it looks adorable. I've not made a journal before. This is my very first one, so I'm really enjoying this challenge. Because this is a paper bag challenge, I decided to use bags in my signature. I chose the decorated bag, and in my stash I had this cute bunny one. And Rachel from Sweet Bee Paper Co. had sent this bag to me in our Take 5 challenge. I will link Rachel's channel in the description box below. And in one of my haul videos that I'll link in the top right hand corner, I showed that I found this cute little Valentine's metallic red heart bag. Isn't it cute? And then I went into my old books and harvested a few pages that I thought would work. And the great thing is with this binding is that I can remove or add things as I like. So I'm just going to show off the papers that I've chosen. And then it's time to put my signature together. And then I'm going to add the sweet card that Rachel sent me with her package when we did our Take 5 challenge together, as well as the tag that I created in the second episode of the Let's Use Paper Bags challenge. And I love my little journal. It is so cute. I don't have a closure yet. That will come. And I do want to swap out the elasticized cord, but that can come a little later. For now, that looks like it's it for this video. I'd like to thank you for watching. I encourage you to like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.